Good morning, everybody. I'm Robert Scheer, and this is your 6 AM Wakeup. One of my rants with my friends, my partner, my kids, is the fact that our society is increasingly what I call a zip code society. I didn't coin that expression, but I have been talking about it for 25 years. It was apparent to me many years ago that our country's economy was increasingly separated into wealthy, who were having a greater and greater share of the growing economy, and the middle class and lower middle class having an increasingly lower percentage of the economy and having difficulty keeping it up. There was sort of a disenfranchisement occurring, a we-them mentality in our country. And I'm not in any way suggesting I was prescient or I was the first person to have these kinds of thoughts, but I will say that it's now really in the news. The economic disequilibrium in our country has now standard discussion, commentary by all the pundits. The issues surrounding affordability are front and center. Affordability of housing, college education, and healthcare in particular. And you don't have to dig deep to understand that your zip code, meaning where you're born, where you grew up, is a significant predictor of the kind of success you're going to enjoy in life. This has been borne out by all kinds of sociological studies, which say that your zip code, meaning where you grew up, is more significant in predicting how you're going to do than any other variable. It's not how hard you work. It's not your IQ. It's not how attractive you are. All those things are important. It's not how tall you are. It's really not even how successful your parents have been or even how successful you've been in school or the universities that you attended. It's all of that, but it's really even more than that. It goes into what is being discussed and called emergent systems. Emergent systems are all the various cultural and socio-economic cues that you grow up with. It determines how you view authority. It determines how much vocabulary you've heard. It determines what TV shows you watch. It determines your educational attainment. I had this issue brought home to me very recently. I had an animatronic toy that was broken. It was actually a Christmas decoration, and I had no idea how to fix it. I did not grow up in a culture where we learned to work with our hands, where thrift was valued, where competency in fixing things was valued. I grew up in a culture where you called and got help to get things done, or you threw it away and bought another one. In this instance, I reached out to a friend who did grow up in a culture where fixing things was valued, where saving things was valued, and he was easily able to fix what I thought was a complex problem. So that's a really good illustration of the kinds of differences that occur through these emergent systems, and it helps explain many of the differences and in some cases the polarization that we're seeing in society today. Thanks for listening to my thoughts for the day.